Hi, and welcome to Shift. You're watching this video because you're an HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or other home services business owner, and you're feeling stuck, frustrated about the state of your books or not being able to get the information you need to make the best decisions possible for your business. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through what does a really great reporting package look like and how you can leverage it for your own business. But before I get into the package, there's a quick thing I want you to know. No matter what your business is, how big or small, how many divisions, departments, people, all of that doesn't matter. There's only three ways you can increase the profitability of your business. Number one, you can increase sales. Number two, you can decrease your cost of goods, i.e., increase your gross margin. Or three, you can decrease your expenses. That's it. So our reporting package really helps you understand exactly what's going on with those key levers. So let's have a look at a sample monthly reporting package for an HVAC company. So as I mentioned, the key levers, we're going to start with each of the key levers in visual format. Down the left side are the results for each individual month, and down the right side are the results year to date. The green line is this year, the blue line is last year, the black line is budget. And what we can see in just the blink of an eye on the left side here is that this month's sales was better than last year, but not as good as budget. And so far year to date, again, sales better than last year, but not as good as budget. So our first lever looks like it needs some work. Our second lever, increasing our gross margin, again, what we can see is our gross margin is better than last year, but not as good as budget. So there's something going on that we need to focus on within the gross margin as well. How about our operating expenses? Actually, this lever looks really good. Our lever is below budget, although it's a bit higher than last year. And again, our expenses are below budget year to date, but a little bit more than last year, but we're on track. So it's giving us a real good sense of how we're tracking. We like to throw sometimes in things that are as a percentage of sales. So that's that same metric. And what you can see now is our expenses are on budget. Our sales were a bit low, but we've managed our expenses down. Good job. Over here, again, our expenses are lower than budget. Sales are a bit low, but we're still tracking. We're spending more than last year, but we're still tracking under budget. So in a quick snapshot, you can understand what's going on the levers. But let's dive in a little bit deeper. What this chart here shows is in those levers, what is the actual financial implication for the month and the year? Remember, we said sales were behind budget. We said cost of goods was below. We said expenses were actually under budget. So this actually in dollar format shows you which lever. So if you look at this, we need to deal with our gross profit. We need to deal with our sales. You can just look at the biggest negative numbers and immediately know where the biggest opportunities are within this business. Once we know that, we can actually start diving into the levers. Within costs of goods, right? We had a bit of a gross margin thing we wanted to deal with. So within costs of goods, there's three parts of cost of goods: wages, direct wages, materials and equipment, and other. So we can see that, okay, we've got a bit of a problem with our wages. Our wages are a few percent higher than we budgeted. What's going on? Our materials. Actually, our materials are high this month, but so far year to date, our materials are actually below what we were budgeting. And just to make sure, other costs of goods are all the odds and sods, maybe some shipping, some discounts, some returns, that type of thing. But we were actually way below budget on our other costs of goods. So if we know we've got a cost of goods problem, now we know we've got a labor issue, our materials are good, and our other COGS are good. Start at the high level, go down, go down, go down. Now, for the sake of just keeping this video short, I'm not going to keep going into each of the different analysis, but what you can get a sense is now we understand labor, we can start to dive in to figure out what's going on with labor. If materials and equipment was the problem, we would dive into materials and equipment and see. So that at the end of your monthly review, you have a sense of where the key issues are in the problem. A lot of people complain saying, well, financials are backwards looking. They don't really tell me where we're going. True, but the backwards looking financials and understanding the levers and understanding what's driving the levers is what's going to help you root cause the problems within the business so you can solve them going forward. That's what a monthly review looks like with Shift. It usually takes about an hour. Obviously, depending on the state of your books, there might be a bunch of cleanup to do in advance. No problem. We're happy to help with that. But we really look forward to talking to you and seeing if we can help you understand your numbers so you can drive better results in your business.